When performing the side bend, the biggest problem that I see with clients is their hips, where their hips are. Whenever you start doing the side bend, it's important that you can maintain a side plank position properly before even starting the side bend maneuver exercise. I like to be on a bench that's not too high, because then it can be really unstable for some people to be on. But I like to be on a bench. If you have the option to decline it a little bit, it's a little bit more comfortable and more natural to set your feet on. But you're going to set your feet on that bench and get into a place where you are in a side plank. You don't want your feet to be too far on the bench. You actually want them to be right at the edge so that your ankles don't catch whenever performing the side bend. And once you're in the side plank position, it's important to not collapse the chest or the hips, to make sure those hips are up and you're in a good side plank position. When you're going into the side bend, you're going to drop your hips, and you want to think of sinking the outside of your hip to the floor, letting your arms shrug. So I'm fully stretching. I'm getting a great, crazy stretch in the side of my torso. Once I've fully sunk into that position, I'm going to now raise. And I'm going to try and take this outside of my hip and push it as far as I can to the ceiling. And then slowly controlling the eccentric to drop. And raise again in the side bend. This exercise is really quite challenging. If you can't get the side bend exercise down, you can always just hold a side plank, or you can start with your forearms on the bench. Sometimes this is a good modification for people who have trouble with the feet elevated. They can elevate their own body, maintain a side plank position, drop, still shrug, dropping the outside of the hip to the floor, controlled, pushing the top hip to the ceiling, and then going back into it again. Another thing that I see is clients moving through the movement way too fast. You don't want to go and speed through the exercise. This is one where you're controlling the eccentric and the concentric. So moving up and down through the exercise, you want to go pretty slow and controlled so that you can really feel each side of your torso putting effort into the exercise. And that is the side bend.